Maternal. Abhirami is not here.
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, the audio break avunnundu.
Ma'am, audio break.
Just a second. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Abhin,
Present, ma'am.
Adarsh, Adil,
Present, ma'am.
Ajal, Alan. Alan is not here. Albert,
Present, ma'am.
Amal, Anseli,
Present, ma'am.
Angel, Anjita, Anne Maria,
Present, ma'am.
Anuranj, Ashwin, Ashwin K, Atulya, Basim, Nibun,
Present, ma'am.
Dalvin, Dilna,
Present, ma'am.
Dia,
Present, ma'am.
Elsita,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Fatima,
Present, ma'am.
Gokul, Harsha, Irene,
Present, ma'am.
Jishnu,
Present, ma'am.
Joel,
Present, ma'am.
Joseph,
Present, ma'am.
Karthik. Karthik is not here. Malvika,
Present,
Maria,
ma'am.
that was Malavika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Maria, Matthew Abhijit,
Present, ma'am.
Ansel,
Present, ma'am.
Mufas,
Present, ma'am.
Najiketas,
Present, ma'am.
Nandana,
Present, ma'am.
Nandana എന്തേ ഉറങ്ങി എണീറ്റിട്ടില്ലേ നന്ദനെ?
എല്ലാ ദിവസവും എണീറ്റ് തൊണ്ടക്ക് വെച്ചിട്ട്.
Okay. Naveen,
Present, ma'am.
Neha,
Present, ma'am.
Nigel, Anaga,
Present, ma'am.
Pranav,
Present, ma'am.
Prithwin.
മിസ് പൃഥ്വിന് ചാറ്റ് ഇടാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല, മൈക്ക് വർക്കിംഗ്.
Okay. Sayanth,
Present, ma'am.
Sandesh, Saranga,
Present, ma'am.
Shalvin,
Present, ma'am.
Sean, Siddharth,
Present, ma'am.
Siddharth,
Present, ma'am.
Sonu. Surya.
Present, ma'am.
Geeta. Thomas.
Present, ma'am.
Prasad.
Present, ma'am.
Anshi.
Present, ma'am.
Vishnu. Vismaya. Rahan.
Present, ma'am.
Lydia. Lydia.
Present, ma'am. Present,
Amrita.
ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Okay, if anyone has missed the attendance, please message in their chat. In the chat. Okay, I saw Ashwinam, Vishnu, Vismaya, Abhinav. Okay.
മാം അലൻ ജോസഫ് പ്രസന്റ് ആണെന്ന് പറയാം.
Alan, okay. Okay, the rest I'll mark after the class. So I have shared the PPT. I hope it is visible. Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll start the class for today. So yesterday I have started with strings, even though I didn't complete threads. So just a second. Okay, Dia. Dia is here, no? Dia is
Yes,
not here.
ma'am.
Okay, Dia. What is the difference in the representation of strings between programming language like C and Java?
In C, strings are
Strings are? Strings are what? What are you doing there, Dia? Jishnu?
in
Jishnu is here.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between strings in C and Java? Joseph? Joseph is here.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the difference?
Series strings എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ sequence of characters.
Ah, yes. In Java?
Java heap storage.
Half of what I expected you have said. That is not the entire answer that I'm expecting. Joel? Joel is here.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the difference between C and Java? Is there anyone who knows the answer? Either you can unmute and speak or you can message in the chat if you know the answer. So I've said like in C it would be represented in this manner and in Java it is not like that. So Joseph has said one part, that is in C it would be a sequence of characters. In Java also it is sequence of characters only, but I'll take it as a character. When it comes to Java, how is it represented? Why no response? You know how to create strings, no? You have done programs related to that. Okay, Abhirami is saying like objects. Objects of what?
ഒരു ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിലേക്കായിരിക്കും അതിന്റെ ഇൻസ്റ്റൻസ് വേരിയബിളും കോഡും എല്ലാം സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
Whose object? Object should have a class, no? Which class? Only if you have a class, you can create objects related to that. So which class is used here? Okay, yeah, correct, Atulya, Sonu and all. So here, anyway, strings are sequence of characters, but when it comes to C, it would be represented as a character array internally. When it comes to Java, you need to create instances of string class. So here we have a class to deal with strings, right? So I have said that there are many constructors associated with string class. So we have seen some of them yesterday. So this is where I had stopped. So this constructor means you will be giving a character array. Then you can specify what is the start index and how many characters that you need to have. So this is my character array. I have, you know that if you put it in single quotes, it would be a character. So these are individual characters. And I've said like the input is this character array. Then I'm saying that I need to start from index 0 and the number of characters that should be there is 3. So you know that the index will start from 0. So 0, 1, 2. Then I need 3 characters. So you'll be having C, D, E in the output. So this is where I had stopped. Now you can construct a string object that contains the same character sequence as another string object using this constructor, that is your string, and within that you need to pass a string object. So we'll see one example for that. So here you can see that here I have a character array which has various individual characters. So this is the first part. You know that string s1 is equal to new string and I have passed that character array. Okay. So now you can see that this is the second case. Here you can see that a string s2 is equal to new string. I have passed the object here. So if I try to print both s1 as well as s2, I'll be getting Java. So this would be my output, right? So here is the next constructor. I've passed a string object here. So that can also be done. So if it is okay, please message in the chat. So I need some responses in the chat. I'm not seeing any response. I hope I'm audible and you can see the PPT. So I'll say it as okay, Ashwin. Okay, Abhirami. Abhinav, okay. So we will move on. So you know that internally most of the representation was using something called as ASCII. So ASCII, does anyone know the full form of ASCII or does anyone remember the full form of ASCII? ASCII character set. What is the full form of ASCII? So when I taught C also, I was using the same term, that is ASCII. Even in Java, I have said in one of the classes, I think. So what is ASCII? So why no response? These are things that you should never forget as a computer science student. It stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American, this is I. Standard Code for Information Interchange. So don't forget it. Yeah, Vishnu has actually messaged it. I saw it truly now, Vishnu. So eighth string, most of the languages they used to have ASCII, internally ASCII representation, but you know that Java uses Unicode character set. So anyway, it supports the ASCII representation also. Okay. So you can see that this is again another constructor. You can pass a string and you can pass a byte array. Okay. So that is one constructor. Or you can give the byte array followed by the same representation like in the previous case. You can give a start index and the number of characters. So we'll see one example for that. So here you can see that byte means it will take only 8 bits, right? So I have an array. You know that it will go from only 0 to 127. So here you can see that I've given some values here, integer values. And I'm passing that byte array into my string. Okay. So I want to, previously we have seen that it was set as character array. So now I have a byte array. So string S1 is equal to new string ASCII and I'm trying to print that. Okay. In the next case, I have passed the ASCII array and I have a start index and the number of characters. So here it will print from, again it is 0, 1, 2. So it will start from here. Okay. So you know that internally that character A has the representation 65. So that is why it is printing A, B, C, D, E, F. A has an ASCII value of 65. So that is why when you try to print it, it is displaying A. And similar to the previous case, you will be printing from C to E. So if it is okay, please message in the chat. So that is the ASCII value for the character A. So you know that characters have integer values internally. So Atulya is okay, Siddharth is okay, Sita okay. So I hope it is okay. Then you have again some more constructors. So Java 2 SE, that version 5, it has some other constructors. So here you can give an array which will call it as code points, again a start index and the number of characters. So code points, it is used to represent the Unicode character set. So here you can see that again another constructor is there, that is string. I have told like string can be represented as string builder, string class, or it can be string buffer. So string builder, followed by that I have given an object. So I have said that when you construct strings by using string class, if I create a string by using a string class, it is said to be immutable. That is, you cannot change the content of the original string. So they are immutable strings. But when you construct strings by using string builder or string buffer, they are mutable strings. That is, you can change or modify the content of the original string. So we will see examples for that at a later stage. Then you know that you can get the length of a string by using this method, that is length. So if you have a character array, say ABC, and I'm passing it to a string, I pass that array. Then if I need to get the length, I can use my length method associated with the string class. So this also you might know because we have done programs using length and all. Then you know that you can use the plus operator to do string concatenation. Then I have already told that we can create strings by using literals or by using new. When you use literals, if you create a string, the same string again, it won't allocate new memory. It will just give a reference to that. So a string object, because every time a string object is created, even if you create a string by using literals, you can use a string literal any place that you use a string object. So I'll show one example for that. Here you can see that character array is equal to some characters, and I have passed again that character array into that string. And here I have said like string s2 is equal to abc. Then I'm getting, that is I'm trying to get the length. This is by using literals. So if I use that length method over this, then also it will work. So here you can see that even though I have created a string, by using the literals, I'm able to use the length method. So I'll be getting the value of 3 here. So if it is okay, please message in the chat. So even if you have created your strings by using literals, then also you'll be able to use the methods associated with the string class. So if it is okay, please message in the chat. So I didn't display this first one. I've displayed only the second approach. So why no response? So simple, right? So I have created a string by using literal. This not by using the new keyword. And I have used that length method associated with it. So I have directly given the literals, that is ABC in a quote, or I can give s2 dot length. So these are just meaningless sample programs. Is it okay? So Ashwin is okay. So I can give a string within quotes and I can use the length method along with that also. So only Ashwin is okay. What about others? I can give s2 dot length also, but I want you to show, I want to show that you can also give directly a string within quotes and you can use that length method. Okay, okay, fine. Then this I've already told, like if you create a string s is equal to high, this is how you can create strings by using literal. So every time you create a string like this, JVM would check that common pool first. So if the string already exists in that pool, only a reference to that pool instance is returned. That is, you won't have the new instance created. That is what I've shown with the diagram and all yesterday. So this would be memory efficient, because if I have, say, if I have tried to create string s is equal to high, then what happens is that in the common pool, you'll have one s which points to that this is your common pool, memory pool. Then high would be created here, right? Then if I say string, say s1 is equal to high again, what will happen? Again, s1 will also point to that. No new instance would be created. So this I have told yesterday. Then, as you already know, you can use this plus operator for concatenation of strings. So if I have, say, string age is equal to 9, and if I say string s is equal to he is plus age plus years old, and if I try to print it, I'll be getting he is 9 years old. So this would be my result. This you already know. So this is acting as a concatenation operator. Okay. So these are all basics. Just a second. Okay. So you know that plus can be used for concatenation. So this would be useful when you have very long strings. That is, this is one example. Rather than writing this long string in a single line, what you can do is you can split that into multiple lines, and you can concatenate that by using this operator, that is plus. So you can, if you print it, you'll get this long string as the result. So that is one of the use of that concatenation operator. You can split a very long sentence into multiple lines. Then I'll ask someone. I have shown you a program. So I have string s is equal to 4, and I have plus 2 plus 2. And if I display this s, what would be the result? Anuranj is here. Anuranj,
Yes, ma'am.
what would be the result for this one? If I say 4 and I have given plus 2 plus 2. So I need the answer for that. That's a simple question, Anjanj. Abin? Abin is here.
Yes, ma'am.
What would be the output for this one? That's the first statement. If I try to
4
display as
4
4, then
4 ഇട്ടിട്ട് സാധാരണ 4
this.
number 4.
I have written that. So
Yes, ma'am.
Abin is saying that this would be the result. Now tell me whether this is the correct result or not. You can message in the chat. Is it correct? So I need some result. I mean, some messages in the chat window. Will you get that output? Abin has given me one answer. So would that result be the same? So Sonu saying like it won't be the answer. Sonu, what would be the answer? Yeah, Sonu. Yeah, correct. So Sonu saying like it would be 4. After that, it would be 2 and 2. So that is correct, Sonu. So I have asked it to concatenate 2. After that, again, I have to concatenate 2. That is what happens here, no? So everything is a string. So 4 plus 2 plus 2. So I'll be getting this as my answer, not this. If I do it like this, now what would be the answer? Okay, Atulya is saying it would be 4, 4. Okay, Atulya. So I'll be getting 4 because now it is calculation. I have put a bracket. So the compiler knows that I have to add 2 and 2. So in this case, I'll be getting 4 colon 4. So if it is okay, please message in the chat. The first case, it is just concatenation of those whatever values that I've given. So why no response? I think Sonu and Atulya have understood it. What about others? Okay, Abhinav, Abhirami, Elsita, Kashin, Ketirtha, Anjita. So now I've told in my previous classes that if I want to convert a string to an integer, I'll be using integer.parseInt, right? That would be the method that I'll be using. That is, if I have to convert a string to an integer, this would be the method. Similar to that, I can convert something to a string also. So for that, I need to have a method that is my value of method. So remember that because it is a method, I'll start with a small letter. In between, if I have a word, I'll start it with a capital letter. So of this O should be a capital letter. So we'll see examples for that. So here you can see that this is a box, a class box. So it has width, height, and depth. I have a constructor for that. Whatever value I pass, I'm assigning it to my width, height, and depth. Now here you can see that I have a method which converts or which overrides that toString. Okay. So toString, I'm saying like I have to return my dimensions are whatever width I have passed, whatever depth I have passed, whatever height I have passed. And I have a main class. So here you can see that I've created an object corresponding to my box. That is new box is equal to 10, 12, and 14. So my width would be 10. My height would be 12. That's box height would be 12. And the depth of that box would be 14. Now you can see that string s is equal to box b plus b. Okay. So this is an object. The b is an object and I'm displaying whatever is the value of b and that is. Okay. So here in this case, when I try to do this, you can see that the print uses toString. Okay. So I have overridden it by using my own toString. That is, I have given one statement, dimensions are whatever is my width, depth, and height. So if I do it, I'll be getting this. That is dimensions are 10 by 14 by 12, whatever is that toString that I've given in the first case. Okay. So I've passed here an object into my print statement. So I'll be getting this output. So this is my, because I have overridden this toString method here. So whatever is my customized statement that would be displayed. So print uses that. And in the second case, you can see that box B plus B have given. So again, I'll be having this. So suppose I didn't override that toString because I have concatenated an object and I've passed an object into my print statement. If I didn't, now if I didn't override that toString, this would be my result. This would be the result. That is object string representation would be displayed. So I have to override that toString. So to see, check the program. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So B is your object. And I have passed the object here. If I directly try to print my object, I'll be getting the string representation of that object. That is in this manner. If I didn't override that toString method. So again, I don't see any response in the chat window. So still till now, no response. I hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Zahan is okay. What about others? Exeter is okay. Anaka and Maria, okay. So I hope you have understood it. That is, if I didn't override this, if I say I didn't write this part, and if I pass an object into my print statement, then my output would be like this. That is, I have div dot box, right? That is my package name dot box at whatever is the object representation of that, string representation of that object. So this would be my result, but I don't want that. I want to have it in a human readable form. So I have added or I have overridden my toString method. I want to have a custom statement. So I have written this part. So if you are passing objects into print statement, you should override that toString method. So I hope it is okay. Then next is character extraction. So from a string object, you can extract various characters. So for that, you have methods also. So you know that caret method. So I have taught you caret because from a string, we have extracted a character. So you can give the location from where you have to extract that character. So that is why you need to specify the location. Okay. So if I say ch is equal to abc dot caret 1, what would be the output in this case? I've given one statement there. Siddharth Keshav. Siddharth Keshav is here. So I have told like you can give the string as it is, and you can use all the associated string methods with it. So I have given a string directly within double quotes, and I'm using the caret method. And I have given one index, that is 1. So Siddharth Keshav, what would be the result for this one? Yeah, oh, yeah, correct. So because the index starts from 0, 1 would be B. So I'll be getting the value B and it will be assigned to CH. So that is correct, Siddharth. Then I have, I suppose I want to extract more than one character. This would, with this I can get only one character. Suppose I want to get more than that, I can use this getCast method. So getCast, again, I have a source start, a source end, then I have a character array, then the whatever is the starting point. So in target start. So we'll see one example for that. So here you can see this is a demo of the getCast method. I have given a string like that, and I've specified one start value to be 10, the end value to be 14. Now you can see that I've created a buffer, a character buffer for that. So new char end minus start. So it will be 14 minus 10. So it will be 4. So I have created an array of size 4. Then you can see that I've used that getCast method. So I have specified a start. So start is 10. Then I have my end. End is again 14. So 40, whatever value I specify here, that you know that it will read 14 minus 1. Okay. Then my character array, then the starting index for that. So if I try to print that buffer, what I'll be getting is that, so whatever I read here, that is going into that buffer from location 0. So here you can see I should start from index 10, right? So index 10 means what I'll be getting? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So D is my index 10, right? And this is 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 14 minus 1 is 13. So I'll be getting the output of demo. That is, demo will go into that buffer and I'm printing that buffer. So I'll get the output as demo. Is it okay? So see the program. If you have doubts, you can ask. Why no response? So Abhirami is okay. What about others? Okay, Elsita. Only Abhirami and Elsita are okay. Atulya, Anseli, okay. Fatima, okay. Ketirtha. So I hope it is okay. So remember that whatever value, that end value that you specify, it would be minus 1. The actual value would be minus 1 of that. So I have specified here 14. So because of that, I should go only till 13. Okay. So end is plus 1 of that. Then you have get bytes. So this will store it as an array of bytes. So byte, get bytes. So again, you have A, B, C, D, E, F. And if I say a byte array, I have given one name for that, VAR. And s1 dot get bytes. And if I try to print it, what do you think would be displayed here? If I try to print that array, why no response? This is my string. I have my get bytes. I've given a string A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I'm saying like S1 dot get bytes, and I'm writing it into an array. So I'm again till the length. You know that in order to get the length of an array, you need to use this length. So I that is var dot length will give me the length of that array. So it is byte array, and I'm printing that array value. It will start to print from location 0 to. So why no response? What would be displayed here? The reverse of this we have seen in one program, right? So here I have given the character as it is. It will give me the internal integer values for that. So A, you know that it is 65. So it will print from 65 to G, that is 71. So this is A, this is G. G is 71. So those values would be displayed. Is it okay? Again, why no response? This we already know, right? The characters have internal integer values, so those values are getting displayed. Atulya is okay. What about others? Only Atulya have understood. Okay, and Maria. So one more example we'll see. Now I have typecasted. I have added a typecast here. I'm saying like char var I. In this case, what would be displayed? Again, I need some response. What would be displayed here? If I typecast that byte value into a character, no response. In this case, I'll be getting the same characters that I've given. So I'll be getting A, B, C, D, E, F, G because I have typecasted it back to characters. So if you have understood, please message in the chat. So here I have typecasted it. Instead of printing that integer value, I have used the typecast, right? Please message in the chat if you have understood it. Not seeing any response. I don't know whether you have messaged or not. Tirtha is okay. What about others? So these are some examples for some of the string methods. So that is for today. You can leave the meet. Thank you.